Hi class, today we're going to learn how to create and display data in a box plot. So you guys have learned how to create and display data in a stem and leaf plot, a circle graph, a dot plot, so on and so forth. Today we're going to do box plots. So here are my set of data. Okay, in order to create a box plot, you need 5 numbers. It's called the 5-number summary because it summarized the data in 5 numbers. And those 5 numbers are the minimum and the maximum, so your smallest and largest numbers. The median, that's the middle number. The lower quartile, that is the median of the lower half of the data. And then the upper quartile, or Q3, that's the median of the upper half of the data. So very first thing you have to do is you have to put your numbers in order from least to greatest, okay? Because in order to find the median, the numbers have to be in order from least to greatest. So I went ahead and did that. So my smallest number is 13. That's my minimum, okay? So I can go ahead and just type in 13. My maximum number is my largest number, and my largest number in this data set is 25. So that is my max, okay? These two are the easiest to find. Now I have to find the median. The median is the number in the middle. So we cross off from left to right, okay? I mean left and then right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means the median is 19. And I'm going to double check there's the same amount of numbers to the left and then to the right of my median. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the right. Very good. So my median is indeed 19. So I can fill that in. Okay. Now to find the lower quartile, I'm going to go ahead and erase my lines here so that I can see my numbers again. And to find the lower quartile, or Q1, you find the median of the lower half of the data values. So here are my lower half of the data values. You never include the median. So I'm not going to include this 19 when finding the lower or upper quartiles. Okay, so I'm going to look at these numbers here, and I have to find the median of them. Okay, so I'm going to cross off. Okay, well now there's 2 numbers in the middle. So when there's 2 numbers in the middle and finding the median, you have to add them together and divide by 2. You find the average. Well, 15 plus 17 divided by 2 is going to be 16, and that does make sense because what's in between 15 and 17? It's 16. So my lower quartile is 16. Then I'm going to look at my upper quartile, so the upper half of the data, and I'm going to find the median of the upper half. So I'm going to cross off, and it's going to be right in between 21 and 21. Well, what's in between 21 and 21? That's 21. And if you're not sure, you can add them together and divide by 2. 21 plus 21 is 42. 42 divided by 2 is 21. All right, so now I have all 5 numbers. You need the 5-number summary in order to create a box plot. So we can go ahead and create our box plot. We're going to start with the min and max. And what you have to do is you have to create a dot. You're going to plot a dot on your number line or above your number line for the min and max. So above my number line at 13, I need a minimum. And then at 25, I need a maximum. Okay, so there's my minimum, there's my maximum. Next, I need to draw the lines for the median, the lower, and the upper quartiles. So my median is 19, so I'm going to draw a line at 19, right in between 18 and 20. My lower quartile is 16, so I'm going to draw a line there. And my upper quartile is 21, so right in between 20 and 22. Next, I'm going to connect my lines, my quartiles, to create the box, right? That's where the box in box plot comes from, creating a box. Last, I'm going to draw a line from my upper quartile to my maximum value. I'll move that. And then my lower quartile to my minimum value. These are my whiskers. Okay, I'll just move it up a little. And now I have my box plot. Okay, so you find your 5 numbers and then you create your box plot. So again, working through the steps. Step 1, you have to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. Step 2, you have to find the least and greatest values, your minimum and maximum, and then your median. Step 3, you have to find the median of the lower half of the data, that's called your lower quartile, and then the median of the upper half of the data, that's called your upper quartile. You never include your median and finding the lower and upper quartiles. You leave that out. Step 4. You have to draw your number line. You plot a dot for your min and max. You draw lines for your lower quartile, your median, and your upper quartile. You connect your lines with a box and then draw whiskers to your min and max. Okay, we're going to do another one here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade this and bring it down so it's a little bit easier to say. All right, so here's my data set. These are my numbers. Step 1, I have to put the numbers in order from least to greatest, and I did that in advance to save us some time in the video. So least to greatest, okay? Step 2, you have to find the minimum, the maximum, and the median. So my minimum value here is 20. My maximum value, my largest value, is 38. My median. Okay, so now I have to cross off from left to right to find the number in the middle. Right? Median is middle. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so my median is 27. That's the number that's in the middle. All right. Now, step 3 is I have to find my lower and upper quartiles. So I'm going to go ahead and erase these dashes so I can see my numbers more clearly. And how I find the lower quartiles is I look at the lower half of the data, and it's the median of the lower half. Well, I only have 3 numbers here to look at, so it's pretty easy to say 24 is clearly in the middle of these 3 numbers. So my lower quartile is 24. Then I'm going to look at the upper half of the data. Again, I never include my median. Okay. And again, this one's easy to say because there's only 3 numbers that we're looking at. So in between these 3 numbers is 35. So my lower quartile is 24 and my upper quartile is 35. I now have my 5 numbers that I need to create a box plot. So you're going to draw your number line. I drew my number line from 20 to 38 because 20 is my smallest number, 38 is my largest. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put my dot at 20. That's my minimum. I'll adjust it if I need to. Then 38 is my maximum. Now I draw a line for my median, which is 27. My lower quartile is 24. My upper quartile is 35. So I draw a line for all 3 quartiles. That was a little crooked. And then I'm going to connect them with a box to create my box plot. Let's bring it down a little. Adjust it a little bit. All right, last step. I have to draw lines from the upper quartiles to the maximum and the lower quartile to the minimum for my whiskers. And I'm all done. I created a box plot. All right, if you fully understand, you can go ahead and stop now and go ahead and do your Schoology assignment. I'm going to do one more with you guys that need an additional example, okay? So again, we're going to take a data set and we're going to create a box plot. So here are my numbers that I want to create a box plot out of. Step 1, I have to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. So I did that ahead of time because it takes a little bit of time. You just cross them off as you write them. So like I'm going to find 62, that's my smallest, I'd cross it off. All right, my next smallest I would look at, I'd write 66, cross it off, okay? Just make sure you never forget a number. Okay, after I write the numbers in order from least to greatest, I have to find my 5 number summary. My min and max, they're my 2 easiest numbers to find. My minimum is the smallest number. So my minimum here, 62. My maximum is my largest number. It's 88. All right, median's a little bit more challenging. I have to find the number in the middle. So I'm going to cross off from left to right to find the number that's in the middle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I have 2 numbers in the middle, and I'm going to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers to the right. Okay, so there's 2 numbers in the middle. I know when there's 2 numbers in the middle, I have to add them together and divide by 2. So 71 plus 74 divided by 2. Remember to put in your calculator 71 plus 74, enter, then divide by 2. Or you have to put parentheses around the 71 and the 74 first, and then divide by 2. Because if not, your calculator is going to do 74 divided by 2 first and then plus 71 and you'll get the wrong answer. So make sure to put it in your calculator this way or press enter here and then divide by 2. Okay, so I'm going to get 72.5. That's my median. It's a number in the middle. Now, I have to find my lower quartile. That is the median of the lower half of the data. I'm going to erase these and find the lower half of the data. So that's from here. Now, I never include my median when finding the lower quartile, but 71 is not my median. 72.5 is my median. Neither one of these numbers are my median, 71 or 74. The median was the average of the two, so therefore I'm going to include 71 when finding my lower quartile. Okay, now I'm going to find the median of the lower half of the data. Okay, again, it's going to be in between two numbers. Well, 68 and 69, I can add them together and divide by 2, or I just know that 68.5 is in the middle of those two numbers. So my lower quartile is 68.5. Okay. Then my upper quartile, I have to look at all of the numbers in the upper half. Again, I'm including 74 because 74 is not my median. You just never include your median. Okay, I'm going to cross off from left to right, so find the number in the middle. All right, I have 80 and 81 left. So that means that the upper quartile, or the median of 80 and 81, is going to be 80.5. And if you're not sure, add them together, divide by 2. It's 80.5. Okay, so here is my upper quartile. Last thing, I have all 5 numbers. I can now create my box plot. So I'm going to go and draw my dot at 62. Well, that was not a shaded in dot. Okay. That's 62. And then my upper quartile, or my maximum, I'm sorry, is 88. So my 2 dots. Then I need lines for my median, lower quartile, and upper quartile. So my median is 72.5, that's closer to 72. 68.5 is my lower quartile. It's going to be in between 68 and 70, closer to 68. My upper quartile is 80.5. So right there. All right, I'm going to connect these to create my box. Okay, and then I have to create my whiskers. Remove my dots. All right. I'm in, my max, there's my box. Okay, this is my box plot. Now, remember this box, this side of this box looks a lot bigger. It's still 25% of the data. 25% is from here to here, 25, 25, and 25. So these all represent 25% of the data. That just means that this data between the median and the upper quartile, so this piece here, these numbers, there's the same amount of numbers in this box. They're just vary more. That means there's a bigger spread in between the numbers, okay? But each part is 25% of the data. So if I go up, I can see there's 3 numbers, 3 numbers, 3 numbers, 3 numbers, right? So it is split evenly into 4 quarters. 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarters, 4 quarters. It's just that here the numbers vary more, okay? What you're going to do today is you're going to create 2 box plots. You need to take a picture and submit them. I do need to see your 5-number summary in your picture. So I want to see your minimum, your maximum, lower quartile, upper quartile, median, your number line, and your box plot. Both box plots are worth 5 points each, okay? So go ahead to Schoology, and you can do that assignment now. If you have any questions, please always email me. Hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. Have a great day.